You know, today there are so many families across Northeast Ohio who are really feeling the absence of people they love. They're spending this Memorial Day honoring those loved ones who served in the armed forces. And there's another group working behind the scenes to make pretty special visits possible. At Lakeview Cemetery, months of work goes into preparing for one of the cemetery's busiest days of the year.
Amaya Ward joins us now in studio after speaking with families, veterans, and the people caring for the cemetery year-round. Hi, Amaya.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, Christy. For many families, Memorial Day means going to places just like Lakeview Cemetery to remember someone they love. But before visitors arrive, crews and volunteers spend weeks preparing the grounds and honoring the stories behind every headstone.
These are my brothers. We're all one family, and we were there to serve and to help protect one another.
At Lakeview Cemetery, Memorial Day brings thousands of visitors searching for a moment with someone they miss. For Vietnam veteran James Hairston, the rows of headstones represent more than military service. Now, decades later, he returns each Memorial Day, reflecting on the sacrifices made both overseas and back home.
I commend all these guys and their families because as they suffered, their families suffered with them.
Meanwhile, across the cemetery, Melvin Garthright stopped by the graves of his parents, including his father, who proudly served in the Army.
All he talked about is Guam, his service in Guam, and that was my guy. And my mama, just an angel. Most people say that she's the nicest person they ever met.
Before families arrived Monday morning, crews and volunteers spent weeks preparing the cemetery for one of its busiest days of the year.
We consider it the Super Bowl of cemetery business here, and we sometimes work double shifts, planting, cleaning up from the winter, pruning, making sure all our lawn, our turf is all mowed, everything is weed trimmed, and cemetery headstones are flagged for 9,000 veterans that we have here.
More than 400 volunteers helped place flags besides thousands of veterans' graves across the property. But for many visitors, the smallest moments carried the most meaning.
I was so grateful when my wife passed because she had been sick for a number of years, and I was her caregiver. And I was so grateful for the fact that they had this section here for the military.
And ahead at 5:30, why the president of Lakeview Cemetery says preserving these spaces matters long after Memorial Day ends.